So when it comes to Garry's mod, realistic add-ons have always been some of my favorites, and today we got a pretty cool realistic movement mod. This is the one and only Wounded Walk mod, and I want to thank the creator for bringing it to my attention. Thank you, Nye, because I am in love with this mod. I did some testing on it, and fun fact, I was going to do a video on it a few days ago, but the reason why I didn't was because there was a lot of features missing, and I'm really glad I waited now because those features are now added. Still more to come, but it's good enough to do a video on. I also didn't want to do a video on it shortly after the footstep mod because, well, that would be two walking related mods next to each other, and I thought that would be very strange, so I wanted to wait a video before we did that. But now we have it. How does it work? Well, it's pretty simple. You walk around and everything's fine. You don't have any issue. Also, by the way, this is apparently a really good mod to have with G-Legs, and I think that's pretty cool because, well, I already have that mod installed. Now, I normally don't play as anything but the Charpal, but in today's video, I do want to make sure that you can see one of the effects that we're going to be taking a look at. So in order for this to work, well, we gotta take some damage. And to do that, we're gonna use this. Someone did suggest in my comment section that I can put a command in to lower my health. However, that's way too much work. I have to press like 2 buttons and I don't feel like doing that. Besides, we got 69. I think it's fate. So we're gonna stick with it. Alright, hold on a second. Is it just me or am I walking slower? Well, it's not just me because, well, yeah, it is just me because I'm the only one in the server, but it is indeed a thing. This mod is going to affect your movement speed as you take more damage. So right now, 69 health. I can already tell you this is not the typical walking speed in Garry's mod, and of course it does affect your running speed as well. Now we're not bleeding yet. Let's go ahead and take some more damage. I like taking the 10 damage interval so we can truly appreciate all of the minute changes that this mod can apply to your game. So at 49, still ain't bleeding yet, but I can tell you one thing, we are walking at a snail's pace. This is kind of miserable. But that's what realism is. I mean, you break an ankle, you're not going to be running on that, so it makes a lot of sense. And yeah, this is my sprint, by the way. I would say it's quite a bit slower than our standard walk, so let's go ahead and go even lower. We're at 39, still no bleeding, but oh my god. This is just getting worse and worse. Let's go even further beyond. Oh, and now we are bleeding. So I assume it's when you get below 30 health, that would probably be the threshold. And we are bleeding all over the snow. That's why I picked this map, so we could truly see it in all of its glory. Now, of course, it's just a typical blood texture. It's not like it's realistically simulated or anything like that. Video in the top right corner. But apparently this does work with G-Legs. I don't know what the creator meant by that. I assume what they meant by that is that there would be blood decals on the legs, but I'm not getting that. However, it also just does look a lot better with G-Legs because I get a better representation of where the blood's coming from in relation to, well, my legs. And we are just bleeding all over the place. Now, it gets even more crazy. So let's go and, well, take it even further. Oh yeah, we are now dizzy. Our vision fading in and out. And the one thing I really love about this is it does sync up with your heartbeat. So it's supposed to represent your heartbeat. There is supposed to be a heartbeat SFX sound. However, I guess there was an issue and the creator had to take it out, but they do plan on adding it back in, so look forward to that when that does happen. Now, I was going to wait to do a video on this after that was added, but if all that's going to change is just a sound effect, I don't think that really warrants waiting. So now the blood decals do eventually go away, so if you're worried about performance issues, that shouldn't be a concern. But yeah, we're not looking so good. Our view is bobbing, motion blur is blurring, and well, if we take a few more hits, oh, it's not gonna look good. The blur, maybe it's just me, but I feel like it's way more intense. And we are so incredibly slow. I absolutely love the bleeding effect. Now, of course, if we took any more damage, we would die. But let's go ahead and see what happens when we do die. And there you have it. Alright, so now we can truly appreciate all of the blood we left behind from our nice, painful walk. However, there's still more to take a look at because if we go into the settings tab, we can see some pretty awesome settings. Like, I mean, there's a lot to take a look at here. We have all these categories for this one mod. We have the heartbeat, You can enable or disable the effect. You can choose the threshold for when the effect activates. You can also choose the intensity of it if you want to make it even stronger. Let's go ahead and crank that up and, well, I'll see you on the other side. Alright, and yeah. It does get way more intense. Oh my, I can't even see that fence. The fence links are disappearing before my very weary eyes. Now, one thing I love, this is like my favorite thing when creators do this, because I love options, but I also love when they add a reset to default button, so that if I mess something up, because I will, I can just go back to the default settings and know I'm okay. Now, of course, we also got motion blur. You can even change the movement. Now, this is exciting. If I were to come back here full health, you can even choose the maximum multiplier. That's right. You can increase your speed, even when you don't take damage. So, if you just wanted a bit of a movement speed increase, well, you could probably do that in the console. But if you wanted a mod that did that, and also gave you some cool bleeding effects, you can totally do that. You can also lower the minimum so that you could just go to a snail's pace. And I mean, I think the variance here is going to be pretty incredible, considering the fact that we're going from the highest to the lowest, with only 100 health in between. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like. Alright, 39 is a good value. I mean, I'm pretty slow, but I think the maximum value is kind of taking some precedence here, because we're not nearly as slow as I remember 39 being. Alright, now we're at 19 with the same settings, and it just drops off a cliff. The moment you go beyond a certain threshold, you become a goddamn snail. And it is not fun, but you know what? Bleeding ain't fun either, and that's exactly what's going on right now. So I could go over every single setting. I mean, you can see the blood here, the threshold. You can choose when that happens, and you can also choose the spawn rate of the blood. So much awesome settings here, guys. What do you think? Do you love the realism of nearly dying? We've seen a lot of death mods on this channel. I guess we can throw this one into the mix. But as always, I'd love to hear what you guys think about this mod down below. Links will be in the description. You can leave a like and subscribe, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for being so incredible. And let me know what you want to see in the next video down below or in my Discord page. Until then, use code NecrosVideos to save 20% off your next G Fuel order if you drink it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, thanks for watching and farewell.